Assalamu alaikum. I am Umar Wani and welcome to my YouTube channel Chemistry Detective. In today's NPTEL class, I will provide priority questions to class 12 students in chemistry for their board exams 2021. For students new to my YouTube channel, please go through my previous 3 videos in which you will find priority questions from physical chemistry section and inorganic chemistry section. And if I remember properly, we were left with one chapter in inorganic chemistry, that is coordination chemistry. So in this lecture, I will provide you priority questions based on coordination chemistry. This chapter starts with some basic terms, and I will recommend you to at least go through coordination number and coordination geometry. Actually, I want you should be able to draw coordination geometry for common coordination numbers 2, 4 and 6. And you might have read that for coordination number 2, geometry is linear, and for coordination number 4, geometry is tetrahedral and square planar depending on hybridization of central metal atom. If it is sp3, then tetrahedral, and if it is dsp2, then square planar. And for coordination number 4, there is only one geometry, that is octahedral. You should be able to draw octahedral geometry, tetrahedral geometry, square planar geometry, linear geometry for common coordination numbers 2, 4 and 6. It will help you in drawing isomers, particularly geometrical isomers and optical isomers. Moving next, go through the IUPAC rules for naming a coordination compound. You might be provided chemical formula of coordination compound and will be asked to write its IUPAC name, or else you will be provided with IUPAC name of coordination compound and will be asked to write its correct chemical formula. For this, you need to go through the rules and memorize those rules and apply if asked in exam. Moving next, you all know Werner is named as father of coordination chemistry because of the work he put in formulation and designation of coordination compounds. In fact, he was the first who formulated and designated coordination compounds. So, go through Werner's coordination theory, in which you might already have read in your classroom that in a coordination compound, metal has to satisfy 2 valencies. And Werner named these 2 valencies as primary valency and secondary valency. Primary valency corresponds to oxidation state of metal and is satisfied by negatively charged species. Secondary valency corresponds to coordination number of metal in a coordination compound and is satisfied by neutral species, as was suggested by Werner. And since fulfillment of coordination number, secondary valency coordination number is obligatory, so in case number of neutral species are available number of neutral species is less than coordination number, then negatively charged species can satisfy both primary and secondary valency in such cases. This all you might have read. Please go through Werner's coordination, theory of coordination compounds. Next is bonding in coordination compounds. Student should know the force of attraction between that holds ligand and metal together in a coordination compound. The bond that exists between ligand and metal in a coordination compound. And in your syllabus, you will find in your syllabus you have to go through two theories. First is valence bond theory, and second is crystal field theory. Valence bond theory considers that bonding between metal and ligand is covalent, basically of coordinate type, involving donation of electron pairs by ligands to metal, and for this metal has to make available equal number of vacant orbitals so as to accommodate the electron pairs donated by ligands. And these vacant orbitals of metal first need to undergo hybridization. Later on, vacant hybrid orbitals of metal overlap with fluid ligand orbitals, resulting in coordinate bond formation in which ligand donates electron pair to vacant orbital of metal. Go through valence bond theory. Moving next, in crystal field theory, idea is that bonding between metal and ligand is purely ionic, based on electrostatic force of attraction between positive metal and ligands considered as point negative charges, and in this theory take care of the repulsive interaction between d subshell electrons of metal and ligands because of similarity in charge, as d electrons are negatively charged and ligands are also negatively charged, and this repulsion results in crystal field theory, results in crystal field splitting, which forms part of this theory, explaining maximum properties of coordination compounds, may it be color, magnetic properties, spin state. You should be able to identify whether octahedral complex is in low spin state or high spin state, and also explains stability of coordination compounds, may it be thermodynamic stability and kinetic stability. Moving next, in your syllabus you will find isomerism in coordination compounds. And you need to go through all three types of isomerisms shown by coordination compounds: structural isomerism, geometrical isomerism, and optical isomerism. You should be able to draw geometrical isomers, optical isomers, and you should be able to write structural isomers as well. And in all these topics, one thing is common, that ligand will come in picture. In each and every topic, ligand will come in picture. So, prepare a list of ligands mentioning its name, its usual name in one column, name as ligand in second column, chemical formula, structural formula, maximum density of ligand, and charge on ligand. You will prepare a list of ligands covering at least 30 to 50 ligands and specify in different columns its usual name, its name as ligand, its chemical formula, its structural formula, its density and charge. This way you will have picture of any ligand in mind and you can able to write correct IUPAC name of organic compound. You can easily draw optical geometrical isomers or optical isomers of any coordination compound. So remember and memorize ligands. This was all about coordination chemistry. If I may recall, first coordination number, then coordination geometry, then IUPAC nomenclature of coordination compounds, then Werner's theory of coordination compounds, then valence bond theory, then crystal field theory, and last I told prepare a list of ligand and memorize that. Now I will start priority questions from organic chemistry section, and first chapter in your organic chemistry section is haloalkenes and haloarenes. You all might have read that haloalkenes are reactive towards nucleophiles, so their main reaction is nucleophilic substitution reaction. And path followed during any nucleophilic substitution reaction may be any nucleophilic substitution reaction may either follow SN1 path or SN2 path. I mean SN1 mechanism and SN2 mechanism. So learn SN1 mechanism. Remember some examples. Remember some reactions as examples of SN1 following SN1 mechanism. Similarly, learn SN2 mechanism and remember some reactions as examples following SN2 mechanism. Then draw a comparison between SN1 mechanism and SN2 mechanism, and in this comparison try to cover all the aspects of SN1 and SN2 mechanism, starting from kinetics to product stability and stereoisomerism. You all might have read that haloarenes also are reactive towards nucleophiles, but under drastic conditions, high temperature, high pressure and presence of catalyst, or by introducing electron withdrawing groups in the benzene ring. So go through nucleophilic substitution reactions of haloarenes. There you will note that high temperature, high pressure presence of catalyst is a must, or else you need to introduce electron withdrawing group in the benzene ring, then only you can carry nucleophilic substitution reaction of haloarene. Moving next, haloarenes are also reactive towards electrophiles, and their main reaction is electrophilic substitution reaction involving benzene ring, like halogenation, sulfonation, nitration, alkylation, acylation. So go through the reactions following electrophilic substitution reaction mechanism. Remember these reactions. Here you should be able to answer whether halogen in haloarenes is ortho-para-director or meta-director. You should be able to answer whether is directing influence on benzene ring. You should also be able to answer whether halogen in haloarenes activates the ring for second substitution or deactivates the ring for second electrophilic substitution. And at last but not the least, one important section of this chapter covers your optical isomerism. You should be able to know and identify the conditions under which organic compound will be optically active. You should be able to answer which organic compound will be optically active and which organic compound is optically inactive. What are the conditions under which organic compound can show optical activity or cannot show optical activity? And remember some examples of organic compounds which are optically active. Then you might be provided with three-dimensional formula of an optically active compound or two-dimensional formula of an optically active compound, and you will be asked to give it relative name. I mean, name it as R or S. So go through the rules. Remember those rules on basis of which you can label an optically active compound as R or else S. I guess these are the priority questions from haloalkanes and haloarenes. And if I may recall, first, nucleophilic substitution reactions of haloalkanes, SN1, mechanism, examples of few reactions following SN1 path, SN2 mechanism, examples of few reactions following SN2 path, comparison between SN1 and SN2, nucleophilic substitution reaction in haloarenes, you need to remember the conditions under which nucleophilic substitution reaction in haloarene occurs, electrophilic substitution, mechanism of electrophilic substitution reaction in haloarene, and few reactions as an example in support of electrophilic substitution reactions in haloarenes. And at last, I told you should be able to draw three-dimensional formula, two-dimensional formula, and then you should be able to give its configuration a particular name, may it be capital R or capital S. Thank you. In today's short session, for this short session, I wish you best of luck. Take good care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.